Okay, I'm going to show you how to make Cajun chicken and fettuccine. As you can see, I have it covered with Cajun seasoning. The Cajun seasoning is right here. All you do is cut it into strips, shake this on. I'm going to put a little bit more on. I already have it on the other side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to heat your pan to I use like a number 6 setting. I don't know what kind of settings you have on your stoves, but I would say kind of like a medium heat. And right now I'm having trouble opening the oil, so just bear with me. Sorry for the shaking. My stick is out in the camper, in the motorhome. I'm going to put some oil in there just because it's kind of dry and I don't want it to get ruined. So now I'm just going to wipe it out with a paper towel. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there. Just a little bit. We never use margarine. We always use real butter. Bill's has a butter fetish. Let that melt. You know what they say, watch pot never boils. Just turn the heat down a little bit. Now I'm going to start putting the chicken in. I love this because it's only like one. I like easy recipes that have 1 or 2 ingredients but that are good. Bill's fussy to cook for. He used to be a chef. The first night he took me out to dinner, he said, "Don't get used to this." And I haven't. We hardly ever go out to eat. So I'm just going to let them sit there for a while and cook. And I'm going to put on the water for the fettuccine. So the chicken is still cooking. By the way, if you don't like hot food, don't try this. We really like spicy food. I was noticing in my kitchen cabinet, I have 3 bottles of cayenne pepper. I use it a lot for everything. A lot of, we just like spicy food. And I got the water on the other burner. Nothing exciting about that. I'm going to start turning some of these over now. I wish you could smell this because it smells delicious. I'm going to turn them over and then I'm going to cover them for just a little while. kind of hard holding the camera and turning food at the same time. If you wonder where I got the Cajun seasoning from, I got it from Ocean State, Job Lots. I'm sure there's one by someone somewhere. This is the only thing I really use it for. I guess that I could make my own, because I sure do have the cayenne powder for it, but I just have never attempted it. Doesn't fit perfect, but it works, and that's all that matters. So the water is slowly heating up. That's very interesting to watch, I'm sure. I'm going to add a little salt in there. I used to never add salt into my water when I was boiling pasta, but I was reading somewhere that it's better to add the salt while it's cooking. Less of it gets absorbed in the pasta, and it still has a nicer flavor. So ever since I heard that, I've been doing that. Do you guys put salt in your water before putting the pasta in? I'd like to know about that. I also, when I drain the pasta, I usually run it under water. Or I put oil and garlic on it and lightly toss it. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I don't think I'll use garlic with this because it kind of clashes with the Cajun. But when I'm having spaghetti, that's what I do. Well, it's time to check on the chicken again. Had enough of watching the boiling water. Well, that looks like it's getting really nice and done. Still has to cook a little more. Nice and steamy. Comes out real tender. Tender and hot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how they're doing, see if they're done yet. Turn them over one more time. I think I'll let them cook just a little bit longer. I'll do that while I put the fettuccine in the water. I'm going to turn that down to low. And now comes the fun part. I have a holder for my phone camera here, but I couldn't get a good shot of the stove, so I'm holding it. We had a beautiful day in New Hampshire. It was in the 80s. I love it when it's in the 80s. You should never ever break pasta to put it in. You should always just wait until it softens a little bit and then bring it around. Except I think I need some help. That water's awful hot. That should be enough pasta for Bill and I. It's so hard cooking for 2 people. We're used to having a big family, and I end up making all this food and it's all left over. So now we're going to go back to the chicken while that's boiling. Let that cook a little bit, burn off some of the steam there. Because we're going to make a sauce to go on it. It's an easy sauce. Now, what I'm going to do to thicken it is I'm going to put in some cornstarch. That's my preferred thickening agent. Bill likes flour, but he doesn't notice it in this, I don't think. I have a bad habit. I never measure anything. Drives everybody crazy because I can't really give recipes out. Even when I'm baking. I'm just going to put about that much cornstarch in a cup. I put some water in it just to dilute it a little bit. And I'm going to put that in there. Turn the stove off. I got to turn it back on. I didn't use the whole thing. See, I still have like that much. It's my bad. I'm going to wait for that to thicken a little bit. Then I'm going to add some half and half to it. You could add cream. If I had cream, I'd add cream, but I don't have cream. I only have half and half, so I kind of always improvise with that. I shouldn't have shut the burner off. Now it's taken too long to thicken. I didn't want it to burn though. I have a crazy front burner. One night, my grandson and I were watching a movie. I had something cooking on the stove. I don't know what it was. It was on low, and we smelled smoke, and we came out here, and the pan was on fire. It had gotten to high, and I never changed the setting. It's just really weird, so I'm always afraid that that's going to happen. Okay, that's starting to thicken now. Again with the measuring. I don't know how much this is. I'm just going to put it in there. See if that's about right. It needs to thicken up a little more. I've always used cast iron pans. And I was going to get rid of them because I figured, okay, they're kind of heavy to be taken in a motorhome. But then I noticed a lot of people use their cast iron pans, so I kept one. This is an original Griswold. I don't know if you know anything about cast iron pans, but Griswold's was one of the earliest. It's got a big mark on the back. I have a couple Griswolds. They're kind of collectibles. And if you're ever wondering about how to season your pan, I know this one wasn't great when I put it on the stove, but if it gets real burnt or something, you know what I found works really good? Is I put it in my oven and put the oven cleaner on, and it makes it like it's brand new, just came out of the shop. I don't think a lot of campers and motorhomes, though, have self-cleaning ovens. At least ours don't. My mom told me you could always throw them in the fire. So I imagine if you have a good campfire going, you could put them in the fire. My grandfather used to work for Roebling's in Trenton, New Jersey. He was an iron worker. He helped build the Brooklyn Bridge. So this here is Cajun chicken. And it is really, really good. So what I'm going to do now is check on the pasta. I don't know why this got foggy all of a sudden, but it is. But anyway, the fettuccine is done. And I'm going to put that on top of that. And voila, it is finished. Oh, it finally got into focus. There it is. It's finished.